No way this worked. Holy shit, it works! Hey, yeah, you. I wanted to ask you something. Do you want to get to Master Rank? You know, that green one that everybody wants for some reason? What if I told you it's actually not that hard at all? Yeah, I know only top 4% or whatever get there, but it's really not that difficult. I'm gonna teach you 5 tips to get there super fast, because if this guy can do it, you can too. Okay? Let's go. So tip number 1, get comfortable with your controls. And I know this sounds kind of dumb, but hear me out. I know combo trials are cool and it's nice to see big cool guy damage, but also that's not gonna win you any games. What wins games is knowing your character in and out, and knowing what buttons to press at which times. If you only know how to do combos off of jump-ins or low forwards, it's not gonna get you that far. Because the second your opponent figures out that those are the only 2 buttons you know how to use properly... Holy shit, you know how to press one button. You're cooked. Got his ass. Now, what do I mean by knowing your buttons? This means figuring out what tools you should use at which ranges, at what times, for your specific character. Character knowledge is understanding that sometimes chip damage or small hits can amount to even more than combos, because they in turn set you up for the combos. If there's a guy who I've been pelting with a move, he's probably gonna be like, I don't want to get hit by that move anymore. So he's going to do everything in his power not to get hit by that move. That's when the combos come in. If you can combo off of several different moves, then everything becomes a little bit more fluid. The other guy is thinking, I don't want to get hit by X, but you can hit them with Y and Z. You feel me? Remember, the man that wins neutral wins the game. Sunzu, Art of War. The next thing, anti-airs. This one's kind of simple. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it. Anti-airs are important because people like jumping. Jumping equals bigger damage, jumping equals getting out of the corner, jumping equals so much more fun. So, how do we prevent people from having fun? Well, we learn about anti-airs. If you're getting jumped in on, that probably means that there's no way you're stopping the other guy from jumping. Or he's a glue-eating moron. If it's the latter, keep doing what you're doing great. If it's not, then we're gonna learn how to anti-air. Every single character has at least one anti-air move. It could be something like Ken's Crouch Fierce, or a DP, or even something stupid like Headbutt. You can totally use air-to-airs for characters like Marisa or Kimberly, because I know their DPs are not that great. But you have to learn at least one of those tools, because otherwise you're going to get stuck. And don't even get me started on dive kicks. Cammy will literally eat you alive. Remember, the man who knows how to DP will never get jumped in on. Sunzu, Art of War.
But Mango, what if your opponent doesn't jump?
Shh. Hush now, my sweet child. Shh. We're gonna get to that in a second. This is where the Street Fighter game starts becoming a little bit more like the actual Street Fighter game, because there's only one real reason for anyone to jump. They don't like being on the ground. But Mango, what if somebody really likes being on the ground? Then make it so uncomfortable for them. They have to jump. Example, if you pressure somebody on the ground so much that they feel like they are losing, they will take to the skies. There's 2 really easy ways to do that. Number 1, win neutral, aka footsies, fireball game, whatever. Or number 2, just bully the absolute piss out of them in the corner. I cannot tell you how many games I've seen people lose just because they really want to get out of the corner. They'll EXDP, they'll jump, they'll reversal, they'll backdash, they'll do anything not to be in that corner. So, if they lose neutral, they will take to the skies. Sunzu, Art of War. But no, seriously, it's really simple. This game relies on 3 main bars, okay? Your health bar, your drive gauge, and your super meter, okay? Pretty simple. What do you not want to do? You don't want to waste those resources. I wouldn't just want to give you a 50% HP lead for no reason. I wouldn't want to start the game out with 3 bars of drive meter. I wouldn't want to waste level 1 for absolutely no reason at all. You see? So what happens when you threaten somebody's HP bar with something like a fireball? Your opponent now has 3 options: block, parry, or they can jump over your fireball. They can either jump forward, or they can neutral jump. Neutral jump puts them at a space where they haven't gotten any further, but it gives them a little bit of time to regen their drive gauge, and it gives you a little bit more time to get better positioning. Jumping over the fireball helps them close in the gap, but it's also a risky thing. If you jump over the fireball, I have the opportunity to anti-air you now. You see how that comes in now? Yeah? But what if I don't have a fireball? Shut up. Listen. If your character doesn't have a fireball, they probably have a much scarier tool that they're going to be using mostly up close. Something like Jamie's command throw, or Marisa's command throw, or Zangief's command throw, or Blanca chain. Or Blanca's command throw. Now we can talk a little bit about pressure. If your opponent is facing a lot of pressure, whether that be from fireballs, or plus buttons, or grabs, or whatever it may be, they will either start to panic and lose, or they will have to go for some risky play and, you know.
It's all or nothing! Eat this! Too easy!
What? What? Let's say you and your opponent understand the power of those tools, you will slowly start to see all of your opponent's habits, i.e. when they EXDP, when they tech, when they jump, all of that. And the easiest way to apply pressure is to either use plus buttons or true block strings. I got a little secret though, come here. It's only minus if you're a bitch. Sunzu, Art of War. And see, pressure isn't something you can just immediately have. You have to build it. You have to show your opponent that you can and will pressure them until they do fuck up. The same way I'm going to pressure you into liking and subscribing. This is gonna go on for like 5 more seconds. I just do it. It's right there. He who likes and subscribes is a bad motherfucker. Sunzu, Art of War. And now the last and probably hardest step, adapting. If you've got every other step down, then you can start working on this. And this, you unfortunately cannot lab, you cannot practice this outside of the actual games. I suggest Battle Hub. No risk, it's just fun, and you get to play against people of all of different levels, from like Iron to Master. I frequent Battle Hubs myself, so, you know, you might catch me there too. And once you've gotten every single one of those steps down, you can start playing real Street Fighter. That's when you and your opponent understand all of the things that both of you can do. All of your good buttons, all of your bad ones, what's plus, what's minus. It's only minus if you're a bitch. And you get to see, you know, how they respond to your fireballs, how you respond to theirs, what you do against their pressure, what they do against yours, when they jump, when they tech, when they DP, and it's just so beautiful, you know? It makes my spider senses tingle, you know? So, these are the 5 tips. If they helped you, let me know down in the comments, and let me know what you'd like to learn about next. I can go in depth into Ken or Jamie, or maybe learn another character that you guys want to see. So, yeah, go out there and fight some streets. Get that master rank.